Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to Pre-Market Analysis Live for Tuesday, January the 19th, 2021st. Hello, Mr. Andrew. Hello, Miss Marcy. Good morning, guys. Hopefully, everybody had a great long weekend. And we are back to the grind for this stock market technical analysis today, known as sometimes we call it put scalping Tuesday. So we are going to quickly, over the next 30 minutes, take a look at the 30,000 feet view of the US equity market, starting with the ETF, SPY, QQQ, IWM, and then spend time analyzing some of the stocks that are moving pre-market, and as well as some of the stock that's the viewers here on the chat may suggest. So without any further ado, let us go ahead and get started here. All right, so when we departed on Friday, seems like such a long time ago, SPY closed below its closest moving average, the exponential moving average 8 period, as you can see here on our trading view charting. If you are new, we use trading view as a free tool, and would you like to follow us, you can definitely set it up, or we can help you set it up. We do that for many of our traders. All right. And then fast forward 3 days, and now we are gapping up. So such is the life of the US equity markets because on Friday the trend would have, you ask anybody, the trend would have been, oh, we closed below moving average. So that's maybe potentially, though one day doesn't define a trend, right? I mean, so far in January, we have gone from 368 to an all-time high of 381. But on Friday there, it was mostly bearish. Actually, both Thursdays on Friday, right? We went from a high of 381 on Thursday to a low of 373. 8 points for SPY in a 7 point something in the span of 2 days. That's decent. That's definitely decent. So there was money to be made on the put side. On the this morning, well, there's money to be made on the call side. But today, SPY has expiration because we didn't have a trading session on Monday yesterday. So this is a rare opportunity where SPY has expiration on back-to-back days. Always very interesting for us. If you are new here, we have a set of strategies for SPY. So trading SPY on expiration day when it's moving. Yeah, that's the key. We need always to keep adding that when it's moving. So starting the day, what's the difference here? Not quite 3 points, but hey, it will get us interested. QQQ, the tech index, that one was a little bit slightly. It didn't quite close below. Yeah, it did. The close here, the EMA ACE was 313.63. It closed at 311. 86 or thereabouts. And similarly to SPY, they are pretty much gapping by the same amount. I mean, I think yesterday, I was about to say I usually look at the futures, but I don't dwell on them, right? I glanced up on the futures yesterday because we had a long weekend, so they are pretty much at the same level on there. So on a morning like this, what could happen? I mean, they can just decide to go or do some type of sideways because market makers always want to make money. So, but I mean, it's an interesting week. A lot of stocks are moving, so meaning that for traders such as us, there are opportunities all over the place. That's the main thing. And here is IWM. IWM, similarly, it was the one which was losing the most on Friday. I think it closed maybe minus 1 point something, and then the after hours was really like, oh Lord, But here it is, back to its bullish. It's the strongest. IWM, we've talked about this year. IWM has been the strongest of all TEFs, let's say, over the span of the last 2 months, literally. You can do a quick comparison here. We are not going to do it, but it's gapping as well by the same amount as the other two. That gap, it's about, they are all gapping about 0.7%, 0.8%, and IWM about 1% thereabouts. So that's how the week is starting on here. So let me take a look on here if, let's say, there are any questions, and I take the opportunity to say hello to new people who joined the chat. Hello, beautiful Gates. Good morning to you as well. And we jump to our. I've been having questions on here on festivities. Well, not question, just per se, because for some people, so we have our trade alerts. Then we have been teaching other strategies. So we have always been doing that, right? The aim on here for us is to equip you with the knowledge or whatever edge, if you will, knowledge edge. See what I did there? No, come on now. To take advantage of this market. So yes, we have introduced a strategy. I mean, it has been there all along. It's not like something, but for us, we have noticed that consistently, right? So a trader recently, I think we talked about it on Friday, was able to showcase in our Discord how they took advantage of wafer stock by looking at the end of the closing day and just doing a sort like this at the end of the closing day. And the idea is to pick whatever stock has momentum. That momentum can be bullish, that momentum can be bearish. And for us, it's solely based on the fact that, hey, a stock that has momentum will either continue that momentum or it finds a way it's reversing. And the move are usually big enough that if you set up a strangle, you have a high probability of taking advantage of that momentum or that reversal. So that's what's going on there. So today, on here, other stock that we know on here, GME is a stock that has just been on fuego since last week, jumping from $20 to $40, folks. That's the type of market that we trade, yeah? So this morning, and then he proceeded, that was on Tuesday, I believe, or last week, and then he proceeded to do some type of sideways, and then, hey, the bulls are back in force, and it's gapping big this morning at 15%. Yeah. So, yeah. So festivities give us that opportunity to see at the broader market, everything that's moving. So there are quite a few of them that are moving. Remember this one? Virgin Galactic, we did a top 10 of the most volatile stock here one day. If I could go back in my notes, I don't even know when that was. And I definitely know that I do recall that SPCE was Virgin Galactic was top of the list. Yep, here we go. We did that on December the 14th. So hey folks, I have a trading journal, so that's what I'm looking. I'm looking at. So SPCE, Neo, QS, CCL, RCL, Jumia, Moderna, XOP, Oxy that was what we did as a top 10. At least some of the familiar stock that for us we have been seeing here was some of the most volatile ones. So it's not a surprise that we start a new day and we see SPCE here on top of the leaderboard. Another one we have been seeing here, Futu, yeah. Haven't seen, yeah. So here's Western Union, a lot of financials here, yeah, because most of these either is related to earnings or some type of news. Definitely. Last week I had question this past weekend on YouTube. Yep, it was on YouTube. There's so many platforms that's on Plug. Remember Plug? Plug is in the electrical equipment and parts industry, right? Plug and FCL, they spike, was it last Tuesday of last week? And so this morning here, it's starting at plus 5% as well. So somebody said that on YouTube comments that's I think they watch our videos and they said, oh, they were asking my opinion about that stock. They said they missed the move last week. So quite a few on here on the bullish side. On the bearish side, what do we have? Do I recognize anything on here on the bearish side? Fiverr International. What do we know about Fiverr International? It has monthly options, I believe, and Moderna in the healthcare and biotech on there. We know all about that stock as well. So that's how Monday is starting there, along with Peloton. But I mean, Peloton, it's not slumping. It's starting the day here, the week here. On the downside, minus 2% thereabout. Bank of America is on the list as well. I mean, I'm not doing a good job. I cannot see the full list. Okay, here it is. Bank of America is on the list. Bank of America had earnings this morning. Yeah. So starting at minus 1.48. For those who were not with us last week, I'm not sure if we share that, but I haven't made a video. I haven't made a daily market update videos really. I think, did we share with our traders inside of the Discord how it was JP Morgan, right? So after its earning, was it Friday? I believe it was Friday. Was it Friday or Thursday? So it dipped, and then they bought the dip. The bulls bought the dip, and for us, we highlighted the 141 calls. We didn't trade them. We didn't trade them, but they just show you the potential that exists. The 141 call, they went from 1 cent to $1 something in a matter of 15 minutes. So hence highlighting the strategy that's for us. I know traders in our Discord that traded it because we spoke about it. I personally didn't trade it. I think I was trading I know I was trading something else, but there was that opportunity on there. So banks this morning, let's quickly go through some of the banks that had earning this morning. So Bank of America, where does Bank of America stand? The gap is not that much, but then again, this is a tiny $30 stock. So it doesn't take much for it to be moving. So yeah, here's the reaction to the earning from 33 to 32.5. It's flat, really. I mean, so now it can go either direction on here. It's starting below the EMA 8. That EMA 8 is 32.84. So that's Bank of America. Another one, so Bank of America, the other one with continuing earning for the financial is Goldman Sachs. Okay, folks, Goldman Sachs is a stock I don't even know. Every time for me, I heard the name Goldman Sachs, I kind of up thinking that, okay, anytime that you see a stock moving frantically with huge momentum, think of Goldman Sachs, folks, because Goldman Sachs is the #1 bank that generates its revenue based on trading. Yes. So when you and I we are trading against Goldman Sachs. So just think about that. Yeah. So this morning, I believe the earnings, if you read the earning reports, I don't read earning reports. No. I catch some headlines here and there. Oh, they posted a huge beat in revenue. Yeah, no kidding, right? I mean, did you see some of the move that had happened on a lot of stocks since November the 3rd? Goldman Sachs they have a trading division. That's the main activity. Yeah, they do banking, but I mean, they do merger and acquisition. Yes, but their main activity, more than any other bank there, it's is trading. I'm not saying that. Maybe I shouldn't, but the stock here, and we have highlighted this in our Discord room, right? For us, look at the run that some of the stock has gone. So Goldman Sachs, I just looked at it on my phone as I was getting out of the shower. Goldman Sachs is printing $308. Yeah. This, I do not recall. Let's see here on the daily chart. Actually, maybe let's go to the weekly. I do not recall, at least in my few years that I've been trading, a more bullish trend on Goldman Sachs. Let's maybe change here to monthly to show you the broader view. So maybe 2009. No, I wasn't trading in 2009. I was not an active trader. At least active trader. I started actively trading day to day in 2014. So hence my claim. Okay, Goldman Sachs has a similar such run of such a bullish run. Let's say 2016. You can see here November 2016. December 2016. No kidding. February all the way to February 2016 before retreating. It will retreat, all right. I mean, I'm not saying that we'll retreat today, but I mean, because why am I saying that? This is a monthly chart, yeah, and the upper Bollinger is at 272. The stock is trading at 307. It has just been up and up over the last. Each candle here is a month, so meaning if you started this in November, I don't know why, what's at 200, so you just got 50% literally over the last 3 months on banks. Banks are unknown to be having this type of bullish run. But Goldman Sachs, I mean, you can see here, this stock has been sideways mostly since posting a prior high in 2007. Yeah. So this level here above 250, they tell you the rest of the time, I mean, a lot of stock since 2007, that's a long period of time. will be more, will have more value than this one. Is it the time? Because this is an all-time high, right? Every single day now, Goldman Sachs printing a new all-time high here. Only two things can happen in that scenario, folks. Either the momentum continue or it will find itself back. So let's see here, or on the short term, if we go to the daily chart, is there an opportunity? Yeah, actually on the daily chart on here, it has room. It still has room to run. So this move here on Goldman Sachs is definitely worth our attention. So we know how to get involved in such a scenario. Okay, so Mr. Andrew is saying that Goldman Sachs expected revenue was, I don't know, is that the revenue or the earning per share? Mr. Andrew. So I'm just reading in the live chat. It's Mr. Andrew typing there. Goldman Sachs expected $6.98. Actual is 12.08. So is that the earning per share? But then again, the earning per share, my friend, you know, the little bits I know, it's creative accounting. Yeah, so earning per share, yeah, it doesn't mean much. Well, not that doesn't mean much. A lot of companies have different ways to control that number. To control that number. So that's much we know. GM is going well. Okay, hello, Mr. Jimmy. Do you want us to take a look at GM? So we talked about Bank of America. That's just unlike opposite of Goldman Sachs, is just retreating by, I don't know, less than 2%. So GM, what is GM? Let's take a look at GM. Or is that a tap? I don't know. I didn't look at. Yeah. So GM this morning is gapping as well. So how come we didn't see it in our FinVis? Is in our FinVis? Yeah, it was there. So here it is. Let's come back here. It was there. We just haven't. So General Motors is gapping 7% at $53 this morning. It is there. And GameStop is now at 20. So yeah, as we approach, it's right now it is 9:08 Eastern time in New York and in Toronto. And as big money tends to come in right about now, then you usually see push. I've talked about being patient in pre-market. This is the time where if you follow the trend of a stock, they can tip their hand into giving us a direction, mostly. So let's go inside of Power E-Trade and take a closer look at what's going on with our broader watch list. So here's the inside of Power E-Trade. We talked about SPY, QQQ, or both of those gapping about 0.8, 0.7 to 0.8. IWM has been a leader for a while here. The other one that has really been bullish consistently is XOP. It's just that it's option since they did the reverse split, right? This thing was tanking big time early, in most of the year 2020, and then they did a reverse split. Since then, it now with the price of oil, it's finding new stride on here, printing 70. That's unusual for me because the last few years I've been used to it's just being a tiny ETF, like 20 something, 30 at best, right? So reverse splits, they do work, or they change in momentum here into all. So I noticed that last week. So several days, this thing was really bullish, and a lot of stock associated with that industry, right? So by now we've talked here about teletrader. That's maybe. Yeah, we've talked about it here. We have videos about the teletrader app. That's for us we use to do technical analysis on the go, on the fly. Well, I don't go anywhere. I'm always inside, but on the fly on there. So I create, well, why am I talking about that? Because I can create watch list and things like this here. So I'm just showing that. Sorry, that maybe the rendering is not quite. So teletrader app look like this, and I can have charts on there. Then I can zoom on a specific chart of interest. So for instance, I don't know if that's Adobe or whatever. So yeah, so I have watch list. So a watch list, for instance, for all an energy sector, XOP is part of it. Other stock that's under Oxy, Devon Energy, Halliburton, Hesse, Valley, Marathon Petroleum, Holy Frontier, ExxonMobil, ConocoPhillips, Cheniere, Chevron, Dominion Energy, and so forth and so forth. So hence, I can actually, let's show this. This one has a little bit more value. And I will maybe just, so it will look something like this. Yeah. So then you can track, it can help you track, oh, over the last month, for instance, what has been the best stock in that sector or in that industry. It's literally like having a smaller version of FinWiz in your hands at all time. Yeah. But then for you, then you become familiar with those stock that you put in there. That's the value of that there. All right. So on our broader watch list, what do we have here? Speaking of which, you see Halliburton here, it's up, it's part of that XOP ETF, right? So, and oh, Halliburton has earnings. This E here inside of Power E-Trade means that it had earnings. Well, not that it has earnings, that the earnings, it's either near, but I believe Halliburton had earnings today. AMD here has an E. That's because it's going to be on January the 26th. D stands for dividend, meaning that ex-dividend date, it's the day after tomorrow for CVS. That's a stock that has been, it's worth taking a look at. Let's say tomorrow, let's do a rundown tomorrow on CVS, because it's currently printing a 52-week high. That's 70-something level. And you know, when a stock does that, okay, do we expect a breakout or a reversal of that trend? The chart of CVS, actually, can we feature that here just very quickly? If I click here on quotes, this is what I'm talking about, folks. Here we go. Here we go. Yep. Not quite. Yeah, it's almost a 52-week high, right? So you can see the chart on here. Thereabouts. So that's what I was referring to. So, okay, so in terms of what do we do here? Typically, we look at volume. So congratulations to CNXX for having zero volume. Yeah, that's stock that you not trade in pre-markets at all. So what to do with those? It's a discovery, price discovery in the morning. Oh, so that's all right. So number one stock with the highest volume this morning. Congratulations to Uncle Neo, up to 2.3%. I mean, Neo stock is always moving, right? So waking up in pre-market and seeing Neo with actually it's the opposite. That will be a surprise for us not to see Neo with 3 million shares, especially after a 3-day weekend, right? So Apple here is taking some heavy volume. 2 million for Apple is typically the baseline will be 1 million. We have seen that. SPY, obviously. Bank of America, we talked about that with the earnings, QQQ. SPC is taking volume. Citibank is taking volume. And this one, Baba is taking volume. Yeah, okay. The chart of Baba is very interesting because they did a gap on last Thursday, but that gap did not follow up through the trading session. They did 2 back-to-back days with nothing. Basically, we talked about that a little bit because it was pretty much, I hate to say that word. Let me just whisper it, manipulation for OPEX. Yep, that's what it was. We saw that coming. We thought they would do it just for one day, but we talked about this on this very show. If you want to go back to the show for Thursday, January, when was that? January the 14th, we mentioned that beware of that, and that's what they did. So this morning, it's gapping 7 points up. So let's see, because they can play coy again. Let's say frustrate people here since it's the beginning of the week. Theta Decay do his thing, and then tomorrow, Thursday, before you know it, you just see Baba fly, and then you're like, oh my God, I missed the trade. That chart is not a very pleasant chart to look at, but after looking at it and familiarizing yourself with it, you will be able to anticipate which that the market makers the type of game that they could be playing at. So Baba is gapping this morning. Since we had a lot of stock gapping in FinWiz, obviously 2.3% is not going to be top of the list, or 3%, let's round it up. But for Baba, that's significant because 7 points definitely is the beginning of something. So that's another stock there that is gapping. So overall, if we then sort by the percentage, we only have on our broader watch list here 2 stocks that are showing bearish, IQ and Bank of America. On the bullish side, the leader is SPCE, Baidu. Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely. Baidu will be for me the one that got away, right? I was busy over the last 2 months or so. Pretty much every other time our system was alerting on JD of the like. And I was saying that we didn't make that much money on JD, but quite frankly, Baidu went from 149 to 250. That's the type of move that. While JD is barely above 90. JD has been struggling mightily recently compared to the other one. So yep, that's how it usually goes. So here we go. But hey, it's not too late because the more Baidu goes up, we feature Baidu on one of our show on here where we show it's a larger, the bigger time frame. We said, hey, this used to be a $270 stock, and literally they have been able to do that just over the month of December. So congratulations if you have been part of it. Another one that has just been flying left and right is Roku, right? Roku has just been on an amazing run. So here we go. Last but not least, so we have after the market close today, there is an earning that's definitely will get us talking tomorrow. Let's go to that stock. It's Netflix. Netflix reports earning. That's like the big you have earnings and then you have earnings of stock in the QQQ and yeah, Netflix is mostly part of QQQ. That's where the whole thing starts. All right, so I'm showing unless I am mistaken, okay, I'm showing the option chain of Netflix, and lo and behold, it's like I didn't check it ahead of time. Okay, something. Okay, folks, the implied volatility of Netflix is what I wanted for us to take a look at here. But it's do I have the right stock? Yeah, see if I have the right stock. The implied volatility is only 70%, meaning that the market makers, they are not expecting a big move as usual, because again, implied volatility is the expectation of the potential run of a stock. So meaning I was expecting numbers in the 150s. It's only 70, only 70%. But I mean, if you want to buy, for instance, $50 away, look how much those contracts are going to cost you. $480. So let me share this. So yeah, so so the stock closed at 497 on Friday. So we are opening at 503. So I was saying that if you want $40 away from the current print, that they are worth 480 or $5. I mean, $5.05 on the ask on the price card. But I have seen much bigger numbers on here. So interesting today to be able to see what they have. Actually, let's do something. Let me put all, because then we can see the full 9 yards. All right, folks. So, okay, that's more like it, because the other ones, okay. Now look at the implied volatility of 100. So meaning, if you want, let's say, some type of low tools, right? Low tools, you have to go to the 700 on this thing. So hence, not worth our while, really. I mean, it's possible that this stock can just blast, or what are the odds that it can, because if it doesn't open in the money, then this money is going to be dead money, right? The delta on here are all nil. Any type of chance, so meaning this means that you have 6% chance. That's what this means. That's the other way to interpret delta, right? 6% chance of the 560 being in the money, and for that you need to give market maker over $3 per contract. So yeah, not worth it, guys. Not worth it. On the put side, is there any advantage? So let's say if this stock, for whatever thing, actually for me, I will be more inclined to look at the put side. Yeah. So let's say if the results are not that great and it tanks, this thing can tank 10%. But 10% is going to be 450. 450, my friend, they are not showing a price as of now in pre-market, but it closed at $3 something. So the 400, if you lose it or 100 points, that's, yeah. So are we willing to give them 40 cents for a 100-point move? Not likely. So still expensive. I mean, not as expensive as usually with the implied volatility, but still um, highly expensive on here. And the reason for you see it is because the stock hasn't been moving lately, really. Over the last 30 days, its implied volatility actually has come down significantly based on which that Netflix is used to. All right, folks, hopefully you got something out of this. This was Stock Market Technical Analysis daily on Tuesday, January 19, 2021. And we hope you have a good trading session, and we will catch you on the next episode. And as I say that, most likely will, let me just change screen on here and go and see if there has been a question in that's maybe somebody posted in our live chat as well. All right, so Sorben, sorry, what are the charting indicating in Luminen? Is that the second time that you're asking this question on here, sir? Is that true? Sir, or I don't know if sir or madam, I'm not so sure. Lumn. So there's always that last question. So let's go here for the road. Lumen Technology, I believe that was the same stock as last time. Yeah, I remember. My friend, let's maybe we're not gonna, I don't know, I mean, maybe it's okay to ask the same stock over and over again, but I remember this question from last week. Here we are. Lumen, it's at the same level almost. I mean, it's trying to break out. Yeah, which whatever I said last time, it's more than true here. So meaning this stock on here, it's either the breakout's going to take place because this has been a previous resistance level on here, and is gapping slightly above that, and potential target price are all the way 1250 to 13 area, and all the way even to $15 on there. That's so currently bullish. Doesn't have room on the upper Bollinger Band, and if there are enough. Zorbon say no. My friend, trust me, my memory, I'm old, but I'm not that old. Unless it's a coincidence that the stock is worth $11. Hopefully you get the answer to your question. Thank you, everybody. We'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.